Hello everybody, my name is Luigi Bengara and welcome to my Hangman's Alley build for Fallout 4. And this is a raider slash supermutant themed settlement. And this is vanilla Fallout, and I do not have the Nuka World DLC installed, so I don't have all the fun decorations or any mods. So, here we go. Okay, let's start from the beginning. This is the entrance. As you can see, I've decorated with some gore and guts on a pole, including some bloody shopping trolleys. It's all lit up. There is my settler, and she is functioning as a guard, and I got her decked out in raider gear and this guard post. And as you can see up there, what used to be an apartment type thing is some turrets. We can't have enough turrets. And as you notice, I've done the rug glitch to actually make this bloodied pole flush with these with the fences over here. I've used the rug glitch quite a number of times in this build, and it works out well to me. So a lovely start as we open the door. And this is the main settlement. And I try to keep everything, if there's something useful, something nice to see, I try to keep it within the build. So if there's something existing and it looks nice and I can't remake it, I keep it. This is an outhouse. It's a dirty toilet, and the floor is less than a door. It doesn't even have a roof. So this is a very dirty, scummy toilet, because we're all filthy animals here. There is, I do like this little alcove here made by these buildings. I think it looks really nice. I really do like the texture, and I try to keep as much of them as possible. As you can see, it's all lit up as always, and especially this building here, I kept the texture, and I wanted something to give a nice background to this pool table. And it's filled with a variety of weapons. We've got some missile launchers. We've got quite a few there. We've got some machetes, and we've got some good old pipe rifles. As you can see, a whole bunch of weapons we can use, and these are our tools. Very cool. Over here we have a weapons workbench, and as you can see, there is Hancock, don't mind him, he's my follower. This is the dining table, and we've got a bunch of tinned meats, some cram, and someone's been eating a human arm. That's very unfortunate. And some canned dog food. So we are raiders, so we don't like to cook most of the things. We like our tinned meats. We have some meat on the grill here, and we have a cooking station, and it works. Can make some purified water right now. And this is a burning barrel, and now you can't build it within the build menu within Fallout 4, and this is part of the original settlement, so I decided to keep that, and I thought it was a great way of lighting the area up. Pretty cool. This is the fridge, and this was also part of the settlement, and it's a shame that you can't build fridges in the menu unless you got the DLC. But I've stocked it up with Nuka Cola. Got cherry Nuka Cola, I got standard Nuka Cola, and one Nuka Cola Quantum. And it's not as fully stocked as I wanted it to be, but that's because this is painstakingly, I had to individually drop them in. So yeah, but I'm quite proud of that. There's my fridge. Okay, as we can see, this is just a mess, and this is part of the clutter. Once again, I do like playing clutter, and these are all implements you can use in the game. And these are a bunch of bourbon bottles and bottles over here, just making it all messy because we're filthy animals, because we're raiders. This is what constitute as our garden. This is where we can grow some corn and some carrots. It's really messy. It's lit up by this spongy wall. And I've got one of them whose head is through the concrete wall. Oh dear. to make us some food. Here's some water. We just need one. And as you can see, the dining table is fully functional. It's demonstrated by Hancock. Now this is my sculpture. Because we're raiders and we're fearful animals, this is decorated with human body parts. These are real humans that we destroyed, we killed with some meat bags. And let's just soak up the scene here. Got some bones of our fallen victims. And these are like pieces which you can only get if you do the if you get the perk which allows you to do bloody mess perk. If you get the bloody mess perk, you can create these little tiny meat bags here by killing an enemies. Some hands, and yeah, I just thought it really added like a centerpiece to this raider segment. We've got the cages, we've got a human skull over here, we've got literal body parts with their heads cut off, and skeletons and blood, and this is really a disgusting but sort of it's the sort of thing that you might see in a raider settlement. So there you go, a nice community sculpture in the center of the settlement. This is my power armor station. Simple enough. We don't do much crafting here, and there is no stores. This one has got a jetpack which allowed me to put the turrets in strange places. You can see there's a turret up there, and there's another turret around here somewhere, because we got to keep it oppressive. There it is. It's my third turret on some rickety wooden stairs. But I just try to keep it cluttered and interesting, haphazard. You can see my power lines. I couldn't give a stuff, or in character, in roleplay, I couldn't give a stuff. I just thought I'd just put them everywhere. As long as it's lit, the raiders wouldn't care. So lots of wires everywhere just to make it confusing, strange. And these poles with spikes. Okay, before we visit the bar, let's visit the Chem lab. And this is the Chem lab. Once again, this barrel was already there. It provides a very unique lighting source. Much more unique than the standard lights that we get. And this is we can make our chems and sell them to the market. Of course, we have a bloodied chem cooler box, and here is a whole bunch of chems. We got Buff Out, we got Psycho, we got Mentats. I can also, in this wine cooler, we got a bunch of Psychos, and also in the other ones, we got a bunch of Psychos. And this one here is my rum. This is one of the rarest alcohol drinks you can get in the game. It's pretty hard, so that is my baby. Sweet. And here is a bathtub full of all the money that we made from selling drugs. And I used the bathtub because it's concave and it's got some physics to it, so which allowed me to put all the monies here. This is the bar staffed by our ghoul bar, and she's within our rowdy clothes, also with a bowler hat, and she's got a Mercedes, so we won't fuck with her. This is our bar. We can get some alcoholic drinks. Radzack head, because we like chopping up things. And this is a trash can, and you can't make these in the build menu. It's not considered junk as the bottles are that I mentioned earlier in the ground. So I had to literally carry this away from one of the dungeons into here. So there are there are 3 different ways to decorate it. You can use the build menu, you can use junk items or aid items, or you can drag elements from different parts of the building. And it should stay there if you respawn it. And this was an interesting table. We can see it's just made with a bunch of planks and 2 barrels, and it can destroy this and remake it, but I thought this was too interesting to let it go waste. So we've got a few stools and a few beers, and it's all functional. I can turn and sit and face the bar and talk with my friends. Everything's pretty functional. This is a jukebox, which does work, but it's not playing any audio because it's copy wrong. And this is the exit where we can go to the wasteland. Caution, hazardous material, just to let you know that that is the exit. But if we need to defend the place, what we can do is go up these stairs, these natural stairs, and we can go up these wooden stairs. And I've got a nice little bridge over here. I'm going to climb up these stairs, and I quite literally defend the place from here. And of course there's a tile dimension, and it's not modded in any way to get it onto that little balcony. Just real fine tuning. And there's also an exploding car in case we need some extra layer defense. And these hung up dead bodies came with the settlement, so I thought I might keep it in tune with this Raider settlement theme. So of course everything's lit up. Another turret on top of the bedroom area. And this is it. Just some 4 dirty, grimy mattresses in this ramshackle place. Unfortunately you can't destroy it, so I wanted to fix it up, but I think it looks okay. You've got this little gate of a window here, you can see. And this mattress is flush once again with the rug glitch. There was no possible way I could do it without the rug glitch. Okay. So let's take a look at how it looks at night. As we can see, it's lit up from the inside. And if we need to defend a place, we can see from here. Nice little light source. The jukebox gives a little bit of a bunch of light. Interesting. This bar looks a lot more moody with the flaming barrel lights. We can make some chems all the way into the night, and the human sculpture is illuminated from this distance. Look at that. Disgusting and horrible. Everything's lit up because I am a photographer by trade, and I just in love of creating images with light and shadow. And as you can see, my settler looks badass in her Raider gear. Very dangerous looking. Okay, well that's about it folks. That was my Hangman's Alley build for Fallout 4 using all vanilla assets, no mods. I've turned Hangman's Alley into a Raider paradise. Hope this gives you some ideas for your builds, and I would like to see them. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and good night.